Hello. Okay, so we've covered simplifying surds. Today I was going to quickly go through rationalising surds, and what that means is here we have a surd and we don't like the square root, the surd, on the bottom. It's okay to have it on the top, and so what we need to do is rationalise it to get the square root, the surd, disappearing from the bottom, and then if it appears on the top, that's okay. I was trying to think of why we do this, and I genuinely don't know. Before calculators and things like that, it made sense. It was easier to work with it on the top. But we've had calculators for years, and yet we're still teaching this, and it's a skill. It's fine, but I can't really justify it outside of the Gcse exam. I have asked some people, and if they come back to me with a better answer than that, then I will let you know. But for the moment, we're just going to go with it, and we're going to learn how to do it. So we've got 5 over root 5. What we do is we multiply this by 1. If you times something by 1, it doesn't change anything. So we can do that, and that's okay. But we're doing a special sort of 1. We hopefully know that if you have x divided by the same thing, that's 1. 7 divided by 7 is 1. So we can pick two things that are the same. They're going to be 1, and we're going to times this by the 1. So what we do is we times it by what's on the bottom. Root 5 over root 5. This is 1, so it's not going to change the answer. But what happens is we do multiplying fractions. We times the top, times the bottom. So 5 root 5 on the top. And what happens on the bottom is, if you remember from the previous video, root 5 times root 5 is 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, so we're left with root 5. So the root 5 has disappeared from the bottom. It's popped up on the top. That's okay. So say if we did another example, and we could do 3 divided by root 7. We are going to multiply that by root 7 over root 7. And what happens is we've got 3 root 7 over root 7 times root 7, which is 7. So we've just got 3/7 root 7. Now, we might have a different situation. Say if we had 2 over 1 plus root 3. We're still going to times this by 1, but what we do is we're going to flick this sign. We're going to do the opposite, changing this plus to a minus, and you'll see what happens. So we're going to times this by 1 minus root 3 over 1 minus root 3. So I'm going to put in some brackets so you can see what I'm doing. So we've got 2 times by 1 is 2 minus 2 times by root 3. And if you're not sure about expanding single and double brackets, go and learn that. So we've got 2 over root 3. Now on the bottom, we got FOIL or whichever method you use, but we're going to do 1 times by 1 is 1. Root 3 times by 1 is plus root 3. And then we've got 1 times by minus root 3. So we've got minus root 3. And then we've got plus and a minus is a minus. Root 3 times root 3 is 3. So on the top, we end up with 2 minus 2 root 3. And on the bottom, the root 3 and the minus root 3 cancel. And that's why we change the sign, because we want it to disappear. And 1 minus 3 would be minus 2. Again, we'll do another example. 3 over, let's do 7 minus root 2. So we're going to times that by this, but we're going to change the sign. 7 plus root 2 over 7 plus root 2. So we've got 3 times by 7, 21. 3 times by root 2 plus 3 root 2 divided by 7 times by 7, 49. We can then see we've got minus 7 root 2 plus 7 root 2. They disappear. So then we've just got to deal with, the only ones we deal with is that times by that, and in fact that times by that. The others cancel out. So minus and a plus is a minus. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. So we end up with 21 plus 3 root 2 divided by